Hey everyone, today I want to talk to you about 10 signs that you are a high emotional intelligence person. So in today's fast-paced world, navigating through professional and personal challenges, it requires more than just technical skills and high IQ. It also requires emotional intelligence, or as some people term it, EI. And that is basically the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and those of others as well. And it's being increasingly recognized as a critical factor for success and for peak performance. So here are 10 signs that you possess high emotional intelligence. And I'm sure that you all have all 10. You just don't give yourself enough credit for it. But number one is self-awareness. So high emotional intelligence begins with self-awareness. So if you have a deep understanding of your emotions, your strengths, your weaknesses, your drives, and how they affect others, you likely possess emotional intelligence. So self-awareness allows you to manage these actions and the way that you react effectively as well. So if you think about it, if you're able to be in a conversation and you know in your gut you feel like you're getting all jacked up or you're getting upset, and you really maintain your composure, you have high emotional intelligence. And this comes with number two, self-regulation. So you want to be able to control those impulsive feelings and any kind of behavior. So you're mad, you're angry, instead of lashing out, you may take a more silent approach. You manage your emotions in a more healthy way to just take the initiative and be the bigger person. You follow through on commitments. And you adapt to changing circumstances as well. And these are key identifiers to self-regulation in general. So those with high emotional intelligence, they think before they act. So are you someone that thinks before you act, or you react, or are you just very reactive and explosive? So that's the question. The third area is motivation. So people with high emotional intelligence are usually highly motivated. They set goals, they have positive attitudes, they're peak performers like you. They are basically driven by just the desire to achieve and to succeed, rather than those external rewards such as money or status. They just want to be successful. And they know down the line, all of those other things like money and status will come right along with it. This intrinsic motivation helps someone with high emotional intelligence to overcome their setbacks and to remain focused on your objectives. So are you focused? Are you focused on your goals and your target? The fourth area is empathy. So empathy is the ability to understand and share feelings of another. So empathy is that really understanding where someone else is, or trying to put yourself in their shoes. So if you can recognize and understand the emotion of others, you are likely a very empathetic person. And this trait allows you to build a deeper and more meaningful relationship and mitigate some, social complexities, especially if you're in a leadership role. And you have a whole bunch of people on your team that are at various levels. Sometimes, there are situations where you need to have more empathy than other times, especially with some people that are maybe younger, they're growing into their role, or those that might have had something happen personally. So empathy is definitely emotional intelligence, one of the top key areas there. So a fifth area is social skills. So are you highly social from, basically the ability to really have those good and strong conversations? It doesn't mean, if you're an introvert or an extrovert, it just means when you are in those situations, how do you carry yourself? An emotional intelligence strong person can manage relationships effectively and have good communication. And they're also really skilled at conflict resolution. So not a lot of people have that ability. I've worked for many leaders that struggle with conflict, and they really can't have good discussions when it comes to having to have that conversation with someone. Maybe it's a customer or even someone on the team when things are just not going in the right direction. So people with emotional intelligence, they know how to build rapport and they know how to foster positive interaction, making them great team players and great leaders as well. Number 6 is the ability to handle criticism. So this is really for anyone. I know some people really struggle with getting feedback, and then others are very open to it because they want to learn and grow, right? So people with high emotional intelligence, they do not take criticism negatively at all, or they don't take it even personally. Instead, they see it as a learning opportunity. They handle feedback with grace, and they use it to improve themselves, rather than letting it damage their self-esteem and putting themselves down and getting into that victim mentality. So are you that person? Are you a victim? Or are you someone that wants to learn and grow? Because I think we all have room to learn and grow no matter what level we're at. And number 7 is resilience. So emotional resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. If you can bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook, even in challenging times, I mean, we all go through challenging times, but if you can bounce back from that, you likely have high emotional intelligence. And resilient individuals do not let adversity derail their progress. They actually use it for fuel. So are you someone that uses adversity for fuel? Then your emotional intelligence is extremely high. And number 8, we want to have a balanced life perspective. So highly emotional intelligent individuals, they maintain a balanced perspective on life, period. So they know how to separate work from personal life and understand the importance of relaxation and taking time versus being in the grind. So they maintain a healthy work-life balance, if there is one, right? Which contributes to overall well-being and to happiness. So those that have emotional intelligence really can juggle the grind and also juggle their families and having some time for themselves as well. And number 9 is patience. So patience is a virtue, right? And patience is tough. But it is a sign of high emotional intelligence. So those who are patient, they understand that things take time, and they're also willing to wait the right amount of time rather than rushing in and having that FOMO. So highly intelligent or emotionally intelligent people, they stay calm, they stay composed. They might be even on the quiet side, but even in stressful situations, you don't see them react quickly. Sometimes they step back and they're quiet and they think. So it might take a few minutes before they respond because they're really trying to, think through the situation. And number 10 is having a sense of humor. We all need a sense of humor. A good sense of humor is a hallmark of a highly emotional, intelligent person. So being able to laugh at ourselves and see the humor in life's challenges, life's stresses, and it really helps us to build stronger communication and connection with others, doesn't it? It also indicates that positive outlook and the ability to maintain perspective. So those that can joke around and have a good time and just really can laugh at themselves. As you can see, many of those people are highly successful people, but they also have this highly emotional intelligence as well. And understanding and developing these signs can greatly enhance your personal and professional life. High emotional intelligence is not something to look over. It can be cultivated through mindfulness, if you feel like maybe I have some of these skills, but I don't have all of them. So making mindful practices and maybe stepping back when you're in a situation, really thinking through your response or thinking through how am I going to react. And it's something that you can add into self-improvement. So it's not necessarily something you're born with, although some people are blessed with this, but it is something that you can achieve with a little time and a little patience. So thank you for joining me on this journey to unlock the power from within, the power of emotional intelligence. So stay tuned for more insights on developing your emotional intelligence and in achieving peak performance. So if you found this content valuable, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you all in the next video.